Hi everyone. So I wanted to talk a little bit about suffering. And one of the main causes of it, unfortunately, as we know, there's many causes of suffering, but one of the main causes is from a sense of separation. And that can be separation from others, especially from loved ones, or from community, from parts of ourselves, from our dreams and goals and highest aspirations. But at the core of all of that is really the suffering that's caused from the separation from our interconnectedness and our innate oneness with all of life, all of consciousness, with one another, with source energy or God or universal consciousness. And I wanted to bring that up because it's something that it's like our grand quest as humans to find and embody and bring about that oneness and the connectedness. It's something that's talked about in all spiritual traditions and is this main drive underneath everything we do, is this drive for oneness, drive for connectedness. And unfortunately, as humans, we've gone about this in many harmful ways, unfortunately. That the root of so many wars and conflict has actually really derived out of a need or desire or drive to create one mind, one belief, one thought, to dominate various parts of the world or all of the world with this one thought or belief or law. And as we know, that causes even more suffering, even more separation, because it discounts so many perspectives, so many needs. And so the irony of that is great. And the kind of joy and, again, irony of being humans is that innately we are interconnected and one as various forms or fragments of consciousness born into this world and reality, into different individual bodies with different brains and ways of perceiving and interacting and communicating and creating. We're given the gift of individualized experience and perception. But yet we're still driven and drawn towards this connectedness. And so this beautiful position to be in, right? Of how do we find that while given these individual lives and ways of being and perceiving and being, etc. And so I want to bring this up because, we've, again, over human evolution, we've tried this in so many ways, and we will continue to try to figure this out. This is our greatest quest. But in terms of current events, I see that happening, with our current pandemic. And one example of that drive for oneness is through this striving of trying to find a solution to the pandemic with one solution, to really unite and come together through one solution. And it's understandable, right? We all want to heal from this time. We want to be done with this virus. We want to move on. We want to evolve and heal and recoup, and very important needs, obviously. And so, but again, through this striving of utilizing one method or line of thought or belief or tool, that unfortunately can create more separateness, because it disqualifies and disallows all of that individualistic, creative nature that we're born with. And so we're given this quest again of how do we regain that oneness, that connectedness? How do we find that, to feel that, to embody, to awaken that, while in different various perspectives and places? And so that is what we're continuing to figure out. And so I just wanted to kind of highlight the accidental, unfortunate suffering that can be caused from that more homogenous drive for that singular dominance, that that we can't always unite on one thing. And so we continue to be challenged by the question of, how do we unite? How do we feel and embody and enact that oneness, while also utilizing and embracing the various individualistic perspectives that we have and are born with and given? What does that look like? And so it's a very, our challenge is to create that as we evolve. And part of our evolution is we're moving more and more away from egoic and materialistic means of being and enacting and communicating and creating, into these higher levels of consciousness and growth and development that are beyond binary mechanism or outside of dualistic means. And this is a new type of consciousness, new type of being, and understanding that we can only see as much of it as we go along, that we can only see certain levels of our evolution and personal growth as well as we step into those new places. And so I just want to bring that up as well, because it is happening even if we don't see it. And that part of that is also separating from those egoic ways, which are to know and to see and to plan in traditional ways through the mind, right? And so part of our evolution is stepping even out of that to perceiving in new ways outside of that. And so it's a very uncomfortable, very unknown process. Evolution, growth is always stepping into the unknown. It's something that we, unfortunately, as much as we want, we can't plan like we can so many materialistic type of goals. That it's something that's unfolding as we're moving and stepping into it. So just wanted to kind of share that perspective on where we're at, and kind of remember and honor this deeper drive that we have towards our interconnectedness and oneness, and really kind of maybe bring in some of those questions into your heart and mind as to what does that look like to awaken and remember your interconnectedness that's you're born with, that you have, and how to feel that oneness, how to release that separateness, and along with it release that suffering, and that is very much possible because it is something that you already have. It's already there. The potential is already there. And so I hope that that's of any help, and thanks for listening, and sending you all lots of love.